for that weekend, A&M did a phenomenal job stacking the visitor list.
Hey everyone, welcome into TexAgs Rewind, presented by Specs in the Rollo Insurance Studio. What's up, Ethan Jones?
Nothing much, bro. Just happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're here. I'm David Nuno. She's Caitlin Torn. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Okay, it's kind of informal here on the show. Kate, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Good. What was your favorite part of the show, Kate?
Well, I would have to say, I usually say Max Wright, but basketball season, I'm going to say Tom Schuberth.
All right, you're going with Tom Schuberth. What about you?
Olin Buchanan.
Why?
Because I watched it. Actually, I watched the whole show. I'm supposed to lie now. I watched the whole show, but my favorite was Olin Buchanan.
But you watched the part with Olin?
Yeah.
Did we have BAS in that segment or no?
I don't know. I just watched the first.
You didn't watch. Yeah, that's exactly the part where you didn't watch Jack. You lied to me on my show.
You told me to lie last time.
No, but don't admit that you lied.
My bad. I got to work on lying.
Oh
I got to work on lying. My
what
bad.
A liar.
I'm sorry, David.
Torniak.
I'm going to go Tom Schuberth, too. I'm excited
No, you
to get
can't
in.
do that. What is wrong with the people on this show? You can't. It's been
Okay, I'll go
drafted. It's
Max
like the
Wright.
NBA draft.
Max Wright.
He did a double draft on accident. You got to choose somebody else.
I liked the rugby guys. I thought that was really interesting.
Well, all right. Well, there we go. See? Everybody. Goodness gracious. I'm just kidding. It's the rewind. Check it.
I mean, look at the committee right now. We can all talk about how bad Indiana's schedule is, how weak it is. And, they're what? Last night, they put on like 4th or 5th?
Mm-hmm.
So there are other teams with really weak schedules that are up there. And you're like, okay, so all they're looking at is the bottom line record.
Yep.
So I'd like to be wrong.
Do you
and
think,
I hope I am.
Do you think A&M should be there right now, one of the top 12 today?
I
don't know if I do.
I don't know.
I know if they win these next two, yes.
Yeah. I mean, and if you don't, you're not going to be there anyway. So that's why I have absolutely no reaction to where they're ranked. If you want respect, just go out and demand it.
Kick them in the freaking mouth, bro.
Just earn it to where they can't deny you.
Had they been, let's just out of curiosity, had they been 13 to 11 in that range, on the cusp of being in or in, would you think they'd get in even with a loss at the SEC championship game today?
No. I'm saying if you got 3 losses, you're not getting in. Okay. Unless you're Alabama, Ohio State, Notre Dame. If you're...
So A&M, Alabama play. They're both 10-2. Uh-huh. By the way, Alabama does have 4 ranked wins this year. But A&M beats Alabama. Mm-hmm. You think they get in regardless?
Alabama, I don't think they get in regardless. But I think Alabama would get more consideration. They may look to see if they can find a way to get them in and justify it. Whereas if it was A&M, they'd say, okay, they got 3 losses.
Okay, let me play this game again. Georgia.
Same.
Okay. Ole Miss.
No.
Ole Miss loses, they're out. So they're in the same position as A&M.
Mm-hmm.
You used the key word, in my opinion, OB, chemistry. I mean, that's what elite teams and great teams do. They have good chemistry. I mean, Connecticut the last 2 years have the best players in the country. I don't think so, but they're certainly had the best chemistry. You look at Kentucky last year. Those guys go to the NBA, they're star players. Their chemistry was horrible, Yeah. So I think A&M has as good a chemistry as any team in the country. Do we have the best players? No, but we have excellent pieces of the puzzle, again, that I think could beat any team, including, the Gonzagas, the Connecticut's, who's ever Alabama's.
Well, they've done it. They've done it before, right?
Correct.
They've beaten top teams.
I know. I think they're a scary team. No one wants to play Texas A&M because they know they're going to be prepared and they know they're going to come out and compete every night. And those are the dangerous teams.
But if you were to be worried about something, would it be sometimes the offense gets bogged down like we've seen the last couple of years? I mean, when you rely on free throws to be a huge part of your offense, and by the way, I think it's brilliant. I'm not taking away from it. But when you rely on that, how worried are you about offense in crunch moments?
You are. I mean, it's kind of like flipping a coin 50-50. You hope your shots are falling. But the way we offensive rebound always gives the Aggies a chance to win. And then, if you do history on teams that win, if you go to the free throw line and make more free throws than your opposition, probably 75 to 80% of the time you're going to win the basketball game because you're putting pressure on the other team and you're just more aggressive. So that's always going to give us a chance because it's hard to stop the Wade Taylors and our offensive attack when we play so aggressive. And then when our shots fall, and that's when I think we're so dangerous we can beat anybody.
What lineup do you prefer for this team? Do you like the two guards with three bigs or three guards with two bigs?
I'm always guards. You know, I was accused one time when I first got into coaching that if it was up to me, I'd start 5 point guards. And ironically, you know, there's some teams in the NBA that kind of put 5 guards out there at times. So it's dangerous. With the 3-point shot, OB, and the shot clock, I think the guards control the game more, you know, and the 3-point line always keeps you in it. I mean, Wade Taylor's been an example of that. You know, when we were struggling, I remember last year at Arkansas, and he single-handedly just brought us back. So I'm a guard guy, you know, but again, that's just my preference. But there's so many good coaches that pound the ball inside and make you guard them inside. And so I like when Buzz goes to the 3-4 guard offense.
We talked about it last week. I asked the question. I didn't think we were going to get the Theo explosion that we got, but I asked, like, do you think this could be an opportunity for the tight ends to have a performance? Because with no Le'Veon, they need to find some other wrinkles to get the ball moving. But it seemed like it wasn't just short yardage situations. They were finding both Trey and Theo with some open lanes.
Yeah, I think it was funny you said you were a prophet. You definitely were. I kind of got to talk to Theo about it during the week. You know, I used to room with him. So, I mean, I've been texting him a lot all season. And it's been really cool to see the success he's been having. But I think that moving forward, you're exactly right. Anytime that you have guys go down, especially key points of your offense like Le'Veon, you have to be able to distribute the ball and get other guys touches. And the tight ends kind of throughout the season have kind of been a quiet, I think, kind of sleeping point of the offense where, you know, people have been sleeping on their ability to make plays. So, I mean, to be able to throw that extra wrinkle in for defenses to have to worry about is, okay, these tight ends aren't just, you know, short yardage guys. They're real playmakers who can go out and make, you know, 30-yard plus catches during the game. And definitely add something that's tough for defenses to plan for. I mean, man, it was awesome to see those guys get to step up and, you know, get as many touches as they did. And I think that having a bye week and then being able to play against a team like New Mexico to, you know, allow you to get some in the pocket passing reps for Marcel, and then for the tight ends to kind of get some more game-like action before the final 2 SEC games, I think was great. So I think they're setting themselves up nicely to finish the season strong.
Let's maybe start off with the New Mexico State game and just some of the spectators that came in, the visitors. So to kind of give me the whole story.
Yeah, so it was just going to be a nice little weekend, light weekend, New Mexico State. Not a whole lot of drama or anything going on, and that really kind of got flipped on its ear. But yeah, New Mexico State for that weekend, A&M did a phenomenal job stacking the visitor list. That's not a typical game. It's not a big game for fans and just A&M in general. It's not one of those nationally ranked, opponents. So you're not expecting a whole lot, but they had Lamont Rogers, Missouri commit, Nicholas Townsend, tight end committed to Texas, Trey McNutt, 5-star Oregon safety commit. So that's in the 2025 class alone. And then in the 26 group, you had, Dorian Barney, 26 cornerback out of Carrollton, Georgia, who just recently decommitted from Alabama and had visited for the LSU game. Tristan Keys, a 5-star receiver out of Mississippi. Jabari Brady, another big receiver out of Florida, and is 3 receivers that were in that 26 class that are really highly touted. Madden Williams, coming from California, and a defensive lineman out of Las Vegas were some of the bigger names that came in for a game that, when I see kids coming in for that kind of game, I assume that their interest is pretty significant because that's an opportunity to meet with the coaches and really dig into things, because it's not as time consuming an effort, if you will, when it comes to your actual game. It's not one of these big monumental SEC contest. So you get a chance to really dive in and do a little bit more in terms of that. And you may you're going to sacrifice a little bit on the game atmosphere. And that tells me that they really wanted to dig in and find out more about A&M and what they're really all about, and not just the fluff that comes with a big game atmosphere.
I was going to ask you to tell the people what to do, but I'm not. I'll just tell the people. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends now. Bye.